All right, you guys ready to rock and roll? You see the state record smallmouth? See two giant largemouth from the state too? All those fish are over 8 pounds. Got a package delivered, so I thought, you know what? Time to talk a little bit about my new sponsor, Bruiser baits. Well, I just got sponsored by them in the Bass Addiction gear and Flat Out Tungsten. But I've been using them for a long time. I mean, the first time I think I got them was 2014 in a mystery tackle box, like the first round of mystery tackle boxes. But 11 years ago, right in there. But ever since then, you know, I put them on. It doesn't matter which lake I go to. They hammer the crazy craw. It's an intermediate action between a rage craw and no action. There's a step there. Water temperature jumps around, and between the two, when they aren't biting the rage craw because of the insane kick, and they're not biting the dead action, there's got to be some bridge gap there, and that's where the crazy craw comes in. And the crazy craw, I'm going to show it to you guys, just hear me out. But it doesn't kick as much as it kind of swims. You ever see a twitch tail kind of like do like a wave as it goes down? It kind of kicks in waves, so the claws kind of wave as they go down. So they have like a flutter kick to them. But at the same time, they do kick. They just have a fluttering kick to them. The whole claw flutters, and they can't handle it. I mean, punching it, swimming it, dragging it, it doesn't matter. They can't handle it. The reason I bring that up is because I got a package here, and there's some crazy craws in here and some other things. Right here, Bruiser baits, some weights, and Bruiser baits out of Alva, Florida. So yeah, they're a Florida company. The guy lives on a 5-acre lake, and he takes his stuff out there, tests it for months, sends out his product testers. They work. If he doesn't work, they go back into the, drawing board. So they always are tested before going out the door, and they live right on the lake. And it's Florida, so if they catch bass, they'll catch a giant bass. You know they work. And if he puts them on the market, you know they work. So let's get this open real quick. Feels kind of heavy, some of this stuff. I wonder what's in here. There's some goodies in there. Give me a second. Dog's being naughty. Oh, all right, we're back. So let's go back. I don't even know the lines we were talking about, but let's just get into the baits here. Goodies here. Got some new colors. Ooh, here we go. Little package. Little package of goodies he sent me to try a few different baits. Little package of goodies. All mine. All mine. But here's the deal. Here's the deal that I want to try. There's a huge sale going on. These are blims and seconds. He will not put out anything but perfect Bruiser baits. Color-wise, anything. He goes over with a fine-tooth comb. If it's not perfect, he doesn't put them out. There's another company that I work with. I'm just going to be honest. Poor Boys Baits does the same thing. But Poor Boys Baits are a northern smallie specialty stuff. They're working larger too, but they're more of a smaller bait company. These guys, Bruiser Baits, are from Florida. So now I have a smallie section, I have a largie section covered. So yeah, it's good. But I've only seen that quality with other company that I just mentioned, Poor Boys. But Bruiser Baits are fantastic. Seconds, as you can see, they're blims, seconds. Now, what does seconds mean? Maybe there's an imperfection in the color. Maybe there's, God forbid, maybe something's a little off, and he didn't like maybe the way that sparkle distributed through the bait. He throws it aside. There's a big bin of them. Well, for $2.99, you can grab a pack right now on sale. BruiserBaits.com. $2.99 seconds. These are the worms called Da Big Nasty. D-A Nasty. These are 10-inch. These are the real deal, man. Down the whole body, they have ribbing. That's all going to disturb water and signal those giants, hey, there's something there on their lateral line. Then you got a tail. I'm going to show you them, but I'm just going to talk about them too. So you're fully in the loop. The tails, they're not just molded with a round edge. They're squared off edges, which catches the water in the corners and makes it spin better. Better action. Details matter. The big nasty, big worms. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to feed them these snakes. Look at that one too. I just pulled one out. This one, like a June bug with a, look at that. Look at the tails. It has like a snake-like tail and it narrows so it catches the water. But what does it mean by a blim? Well, or a second. Well, you see not an air pocket, but a little dent, right? That would be a seconds. Now, there's major companies out there that just send that out with a pack and say, oh, heck with it, that's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. It works fine. But like I said, if it's not perfection, he doesn't send them in his main batch of charge full price. So, yeah. Just because of that indent, he put it aside. Everything else on this worm is phenomenal. Perfect. Just that indent. So it got into seconds. And seconds are at a discounted price. So you get Tri's baits, phenomenal baits, and they work fine. And got a nice solid head on this thing. Got a nice ribbing. All the action. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is phenomenal. It is not just one of your regular tails that goes down and then narrows at the tip. This thing is squared off, narrows down, so this thing's going to have a ton of action. And this is version 1 of the Dynasty. Version 2 has ribbing down it. Kind of like, you know, other brands do. You get twist. It has ribbing all the way down the tail, so it just sits there and flutters really hard. Tons of action on version 2. Check them out too. But yeah, stay tuned. That's going to be hanging from a bass's mouth next week, if the weeds don't come up enough. And but yeah, you stay tuned. That's going to be hanging from mouth. That's one. But they have all kinds of colors. That's like a dirty water color. They have more of a natural, right? They have this color here. Let me guess. Any issues with? No, not really. Only thing the difference here is there's a little bit of ribbing down the side, right? Little bit of indent from the mold. Phenomenal. Everything that matters. The shape and the tail works the same. So there's no fault on the bait. It just doesn't look perfect. And knowing customers, they will look at this with a fine-tooth comb. They buy the full-size ones and be like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. I want a refund. Because people panic over the little details. So that's got thrown on the side. This bait catches them fine still. Bruiser baits and poor boys baits are obsessed with perfection. And that's good. Consistency. Right? When you're on the money, you're on a finicky bite, if you pull anything from a pack of normal baits, you want them all to swim the same. All the actions to be the same. If something is slightly different from bait to bait to bait, the finicky bite might just turn off. So, consistency matters. Bruiser baits, poor boys baits, both sell tubes, both phenomenal. I picked up another large Strike King brand and picked it up. Five packs, right? $1 to $2 a bait. 5 or 6 packs. One was to the consistency of it was when it was in 2010 when they came out. The proper consistency, what it used to be. One. So for $7, $8 for 5, 6 baits, ridiculous. When other like Poor Boys sells 20 tubes for $10 and they're all consistent, obvious choice there, right? Yeah, so like a little one here, there's a little inconsistency here, but that one's natural color. It's like a green on the back with a natural. Clear water. Hag Lake, guys. State record lake. Hag Lake. Hammer. Deep humps. Hammer. You gotta watch this far. The ones that do, no. But that's a reservoir that's super clear, like a green. You know what? Just look at the color of the background. That was painted after the watercolor. So you get it. Stained water, clear water. And you get the idea. So, good color, awesome baits. Got a bundle here. Phenomenal. These are gonna slay. Right here. That's just the big nasties. And they're $2.99 right now. Seconds on sale. Buy them up. I was gonna buy 6 packs of these, but you know I only want to spend a certain amount. You know, because I had a. Let's just be honest. I had a gift card from a Visa gift card that my dad got from his work, and I'm like, you know what, man, we're gonna get some baits. So we got some baits. Got a bunch of other ones to try. But you know what? When I catch the fish, it's going to be like, you know, it is worth it. So, it's going to prove it's worth it. But what are these? So, I'm going to go through the randoms. You send me a little pack of gift goodies, just different things, right? And, yeah, I'm going to drop some beans here. Some knowledge. Ready? What was that state record fish caught on? Now, it wasn't this brand, but it was a version of it. I'll tell you something. There's another brand that makes things like this. And that's what it's caught on. But see, this is a Blim second, right? It has a air bubble in it. So that's Blim. But that's all I'm going to say about that in the state record. But they make all kinds of baits. They make flukes. They make, durable Senkos. Like I said, Bruiser baits. There's all different sections. There's bass addiction gear and Bruiser baits. We got worms, right? Got smaller worms. You have Bammer Hammer, right? That's a natural Bammer Hammer with flake. Gonna kill them on this in that clear water on the coast. Like I fish. I probably said too much there anyways, but to give you an idea of the stuff he makes, right? Little flick shad type thing. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a little flick tail. Under the ice, oh my, could you imagine for smallies? Like New York under the ice, just jigging that for walleye. Look at that tail. That's my natural wiggle. I'm not wiggling that. I just have a little bit of a shake to me all the time. And that is just that much action that thing has. That would destroy fish on the ice. Yeah, it's a little thing. Not sure what the name of it is. And yeah. Go to bruiserbaits.com, check it out. Interesting, another version of a Senko. Or stick bait. My bad. But, you get the idea. And here you go. Here is something I want to try that I didn't put in this order. Look at that. Swimming that thing is gonna get destroyed. This size worm, this weekend, watch for it in the fish's mouth. If I put it on, this getting just hammered, destroyed. Because they're chasing bluegill right now. They're swimming after stuff. So there you go. Another paddle tail. And this is interesting. It has a pre-indentation. You snip down and it becomes slimmer to the kick. And this one has a ridge on it, so it catches water. Then you have some random base to make. Not sure what they call this one, right? There's a split tail stickworm. Phenomenal. Guys, don't sleep on it. You just tell, they have the right bait softener in all these baits, so they just have tons of action. Just sit on my finger, you saw that thing going. Could you imagine with just fishing and if it's on the bottom of something, you just flick the line and not even the jig head? How much it would just jiggle just enough to get the trick fish without moving the bait when you're in the bed or something? Crazy. Absolutely dynamite. Possibilities are endless, right? Or when you have him fooled, but he's nipping at it, right? And he's just sitting there. And you just flick the line versus actually move the bait, and the tail goes, he's going to hammer it. All right, so it's things like that. Moving the line versus moving the bait. Little tricks to just a little kick. Stuff like that makes a huge difference. Bruiser baits. Let's see what else is over here. And yeah, I bought a couple goodies here, Now these are the regular line. These are the full price line. So, goodies. You go to Bruiser Baits website or Facebook. They just posted a kid in Florida just hammered a giant. This color right here. Posted it this morning, I think. But this is the Bammer Hammer. It's a natural, glossy, glittery. It has almost like a pumpkin back or watermelon back with like a pumpkin, gold, red, blue, black flake in it, copper flake in it. Gives off a lot of color. Certain bodies of water like the flash. The flash catches other eye. So that matters. Crazy Cross. I will never not have a gazillion packs of Crazy Cross. Like, here's another color. If I don't have them, I would feel like I left my phone somewhere the same way. Like, oh my gosh, I left my phone, I need to go get it, freaking out. If I don't have Bruiser Baits Crazy Cross, you're making a mistake. But these ones here are unique, right? Although it's a stained dingy water, this color will work in both waters. Clear, where you want them to see it, and dirty, where you want them to feel it. That's part of the action of this. But it is a natural, like a natural brown, not like a deep brown, but like a almost transparent brown. Then on the other side you have a neon like chartreuse. And let me tell you something. Game over. Now, why do I say it would work in both? Well, first of all, you got natural and you got neon. Or you got the chartreuse. Chartreuse is a notorious dirty watercolor. A natural watermelon or brown is a natural clear watercolor. So this is your go everywhere color again. Phenomenal bait. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited. You're going to see some fish this year for sure. Yeah, that is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Woo! We're going to hammer some this year, boys. Not that we already aren't hammering them. I just had, last week, I caught 120 fish. 2 pounds and bigger. 120 of them. Just boom, boom, boom. 3 days. Caught like 80, and then the other couple days I went fishing, caught more. So I ended up with 120, and I only went fishing 5 days. For a couple hours each. So. And now I can show you the destroyed thumbs. But, yeah. And then, of course, last but not least, I'm sure you guys want, well, before the last thing, I'm sure you guys want to see the Bammer Hammer, right? To talk about it, I didn't want to show it, but I was going to go sit there and be like, secret bait, I don't want to show anybody, but, Bammer Hammer, like I talked about, as the, silver, blue, there's all kinds of colors in it. I'm not going to give it all away, but you see that, it's like a party color. Then the other side's that natural color again, so it is a very dirty water, natural water, friendly bait. So, yeah. And now, get down to the goods. Last thing. Man, 16 minutes into this, guys. Ooh, I thought this was going to be a 6-minute video. But sometimes I tend to yap. Now, is it yapping? Maybe. Is it trying to help you understand my thoughts and that kind of stuff? Yeah. Is it going to come across as mumbo-jumbo to a lot of people that don't understand? Yeah. But, I mean, it's all strategy, all thoughts. Now, flat out tungsten. The original no chip weight. And they send a lot of cease and desist orders to a certain other company, Wu Tungsten. And Wu Tungsten, well, who the hell are you? So, although Wu Tungsten took off with it, flat out tungsten came out with it first. And this is no equal. No chipping or nothing. This little guy here is a, what I tend to run all the time. And no, I have to tell you something. These are smaller than the Wu Tungsten. So that leads me to believe that these are actually, have more tungsten in them than Wu Tungsten does. So, if I buy this size, and I can go compare them in the room, but that is a 3/8 ounce. That is my do everything until I go to heavy cover, right? And when talking heavy cover, I'm talking punching. All this stuff tends to go through holes just fine, so I don't need to go heavy. But, yeah. On occasion, 1/2 ounce. But that's it. Yeah, I'm excited for these. There are no equal. That's right. Patented. And they have the patent for the no chip, zero chip design, but Wu Tungsten just kind of ran with it. And, yeah. Wu Tungsten, since they're bigger, they're saying, well, who the hell are you? You know, but they do have the patent behind the no chip aspect. So, that doesn't tell you something that they have a patent. And they're the first to patent it. Somebody's getting in trouble down the road. And it's probably going to be Wu Tungsten. But yeah, bass addiction gear. You know, good stuff. No equal. The original since 2015. The original no chip. As Wu Tungsten calls it. And the original flat out tungsten. All he sells is no chip and zero from stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to try these. Tell you something too that I noticed right away. Wu Tungsten is very glossy. They have a gloss on it, and I'll take these every time. Why? Well, the insides are the inside. There's no fraying or nothing, but it is not a glossy. Where gloss tends to reflect color, these are a matted. I don't know if you can see that, but there's no gloss in that. It's just a matte, right? Wu Tungsten has a high polish on theirs. These don't. These are matted, which helps hide the weight and helps the fish focus on the bait. Matters. So, yeah. Oh, just no reason to buy the other ones. And, yeah. These are matted. There's no flash on them, no glimmer. Nothing to sit there and be like, hey guys, something's here, you know, other than the bait. Smart. It is important, and yeah. So there we go. A little bit of oh my gosh, unboxing. A little bit of bait talk, a little bit of design talk, and yeah, I'm excited. And this year, I'm not beating the smallmouth because I'm not fishing small flakes, but I'm chasing something that's a pound bigger than that at 8, or 2 pounds bigger than that, and that would be about 10 pounds. And I'll tell you something, these 8s are like 14-pound Southern strain. When you get up 10 pounds, 12 pounds, you're looking at record-breaking size of Southern strain. You're looking at 18, 19, 20 pounds on the level of fish smartness and difficulty. So just because they're Northern strain and they say 8 pounds does not mean it's not equivalent to a Freakzilla, right? People don't realize, like, oh, it's a weight, it's not that big. Well, it is for cold water, slow growth rates, for the life expectancy that they have. Some people say that warmer water, Southern strain, you know, Florida, Texas, tend to grow twice as fast as Northern strain. They spawn any time of year, really. The water's just warm. They always have warm water. Water warms up in January. There is no cold where they get lethargic. It's always feeding, spawning, growing. They don't get lethargic where they slow down and stop eating as much. So, although Florida strain is the original largemouth species, Northern strain are subspecies that just don't grow as big. So 8 pounds is a Freakzilla out here. So, have a good day, guys.